Hello, Libra placements. Oh, I don't know. There we go. Now we're focused. Welcome to my channel. This is Tiger Lilith Tarot, and I'm going to be looking at the full moon for you in this reading. Happy birthday, happy season, all you Libras. I'm going to be posting birthday readings. There'll be bonus readings specifically for and only for Libras, you all. I'll do a general one and then a love one for you. All right, I'll probably be doing those in the next week or so. So do keep an eye out for those. This reading is going to be for the Aries full moon, the full moon to the new moon. Oh, we have the Ace of Cups at the bottom. And then you. Look at that. So Aries full moon in your season. So that means, you and Aries are sister signs. So Libra, you're all about balance and kind of, honestly keeping things mellow. But there's also a tendency for Libra placements sometimes to be a little indecisive because you want to keep everyone happy. You want to keep the peace. You're all about balance, right? But it's very important, I feel, for Libra placements to keep the peace. You almost feel like that's your job, Aries, your sister sign, is not so much that way. That's why your energy balances each other out. That's part of what sister signs are. So Aries is assertive. Aries moves quickly. Aries is absolutely not indecisive. They're ruled by Mars, which is, I call the warrior planet. Aries is like a warrior sign. They're, I don't want to say aggressive, but assertive, and are not afraid to speak their mind. They don't care if they're rocking the boat. They don't care if what they say is going to cause some sort of imbalance, whereas you are very aware of a balance of energy. So let's take a look at what this Aries full moon says for you Libras. This reading is going to be good for the full moon to the new moon, so for 2 weeks. All right, I'm not sure what date the new moon is. But this first placement is going to be your goal for this moon cycle. So by this moon cycle, I'm meaning full moon to new moon. So we have the 9 of Cups coming out, goal for this cycle. So, I would say definitely work on manifesting. I know people say, from the full moon to the new moon is generally not the time for manifestation. But with this card coming out here, I would say manifest away, Libras. Because that's what, there's a contentment to this card, but it's also, they call this the Make-A-Wish card. So make your wishes and wait for them to come in. That is your goal for this cycle. I would say get very focused as well. Really focus on what you want. What does your heart want, right? Because this is a cup card. So it's like what fills you up emotionally is what I would concentrate on. And it would be, maybe some journaling or something could kind of get into that subconscious area, right? Because that's what the blue represents in tarot. And you see all these cups are sitting on almost a blue altar. It might not be a bad idea during this moon, from the full moon to the new moon, to make an altar if you don't already have one. With, you could call this kind of setup I have back here an altar. You could look up altars, or if you want, you can email me. My email address is below. I'm happy to answer questions you have about altars, what they are, how to set one up. Yeah, feel free to reach out or leave, say something in the comments. Interesting, this card was just at the bottom of the deck before I started shuffling. So it's kind of strange it came out. Let me cover this first. This is, I'm going to keep pulling cards, but this is your biggest challenge during this moon cycle. So your biggest challenge is the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like your biggest challenge is going to be moving slowly. And again, I almost feel like you're having, there's opposite energy here, And what I mean by that is from the full moon, from the new moon to the full moon. Wow, 2 10s, okay. From the new moon to the full moon is when we're manifesting and we're creating and we're moving. And then the full moon to the new moon is a decrease in energy where we kind of go inward and adopt almost that hermit type behavior, especially towards the end of the new moon when it's in the crescent phase, right? When we're in waxing crescent phase. So while this generally is a time moon phase wise for winding down, I feel like you're doing the opposite here, Libras. You're winding up. You're going to be more active these next 2 weeks than you probably were the 2 weeks previous. Because your biggest challenge here is to slow down. I feel the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight. Also, there's a challenge here to shed some armor, right? The Knight of Pentacles is also the most armored up knight. He's the most protected. He protects himself the most, really. So lowering your guard a little bit is going to be a challenge for you these next 2 weeks. You might even get an offer here with the Knight of Pentacles. You might receive an offer, a tangible offer, if you're looking for a new home or a new, a new physical location within the next 2 weeks to rent or to buy. You might receive an offer from that if you've put in an application. And I would say, my advice here would honestly be to be vulnerable when it comes to this offer, to not feel so guarded and shielded. Don't assume that everyone's out to get you in the next 2 weeks, right? Trust your intuition and your own judgment there. Where to bring more fiery energy and assertiveness, where to bring that Aries energy. We have the Five of Cups here, which is interesting because this, I almost see this as a card of mourning, really. It's a card of grieving, but it's also bitterness and resentment. So where to bring more fiery energy and assertiveness? I'm going to say don't wallow, but there's also something about you standing up for yourself with this energy. We're going to clarify this and we'll get a little more information. But I feel like where to bring the fiery energy is to your own sadness. There's a message here to cheer yourself up, be your own cheerleader during the next 2 weeks. But I feel like there's something here about you taking a stand, and it's almost like you taking a stand against your own shadow. It's you taking a stand against your own, if you tend to go to darker places where you immediately jump to bitterness and resentment and sadness and loss, where to assert fiery energy is to that energy, is to that sadness energy. So it's like you almost snap yourself out of a possible depression that you feel coming on. Where to let go and release. Oh, and relax. I'm sorry. Where to let go and relax. 10 of Cups. Interesting, because your goal for this cycle is the 9 of Cups, which comes, right before. But where you can let go and relax, Libra, is your emotions. What this is telling me is that you're very emotionally stable right now. You're emotionally solid. Your home life is probably very contented right now, right? I call this my emotional bliss card. You're good. You're happy. Your emotions, like I said, are balanced and solid and stable. You don't feel all over the place here. We've got a lot of cups here too in this diagonal. So yeah, which makes this even more curious. We'll clarify, because now this energy is the most interesting to me here. How to best achieve your goal of the 9 of Cups, interestingly, is the 10 of Swords. There's something that you could have been trying to manifest for a very long time. Or something, it's like there's something that you've been trying to force happiness with, Libra. And whatever that might be, clarifying cards might tell us, that's how you achieve your goal, is by letting go of forced happiness and by allowing it to come naturally to you, is what I feel like, because something is dead, done, and over. But what that does is leave room for something new to come in, right? And I feel like all that energy is kind of encompassed here in the 9 of Cups. Yeah. All right. let's clarify and let's get a little more information here, Libras. And if this reading is resonating, please like and subscribe. I see all of you and appreciate it. And if you would like a personal reading, I do offer them. Email address is in the description box below. You can reach out to me there and we can make it happen. Okay, let's see what was at the bottom of the deck here. Six of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck here, which I like. This card actually reminds me of the Justice card. It does have the balance, the scales on it. Justice being your card, your energy, the balance. So right now I feel like there's an overall sense of things. If something has felt unbalanced in your life, it's balancing out. That's what this energy is doing here. So let's see for the Nine of Cups, the goal for this cycle specifically. I almost want to see like specifically what should you be manifesting, right? What does the moon say here when it comes to what you should be wishing for? Oh, we have the Fool, a brand new beginning. Yes, see? I said something is dead, done, and over when it comes to this energy. And it is. Because by acknowledging it and by not forcing some sort of happiness and acknowledging that whatever happiness you're trying to force, it's over, you allow something brand new to come in. The Fool. The Fool is always something brand new that you have never done before, right? It's brand new energy, and it has to do with faith. The Fool takes a leap of faith. So your goal for this moon cycle here is I feel like it's to make a wish you've never made before. You've never, ever, ever tried to manifest this thing before. And I would suggest when you're manifesting, or something to put on your altar, if you make one, would be an amethyst for sure. Okay. We have the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Some of you could be manifesting love. Manifesting a new relationship or a new dream is what this really is. You're manifesting a new dream. Maybe it's something that you always thought was completely out of your reach before. But what this is telling me is that now is the time, like really access that Aries energy of your sister sign and be assertive about it too, there's nothing wrong with being a little assertive with the universe, really, I don't think. The universe likes very clear messages. So when you are doing your manifesting work, be sure to be very clear, very specific. Okay. With the Knight of Pentacles, we have the Chariot. Oh, funny. And Strength. So, right, I said your goal is going to be to slow down. Well, yeah, look what clarified it, the Chariot. As you can see, the Chariot is moving very quickly, right? The Chariot, it's like, and we're off. This is your biggest challenge, is like to slow down. You're gonna have so much energy these next 2 weeks, Libra. And it came out with Strength, which is interesting. Chariot is 7, Strength is 8, so they're major arcana cards that follow one another. This is, by the way, we have Aquarius energy here with this major arcana with the Fool, right? Aquarius, amethyst is their, one of their birthstone, but it's a crystal that's associated with Aquarius as well. You could have some Aquarius placements maybe too. But we have Cancer and Leo coming out to clarify the Knight of Pentacles. So again, then the Chariot has to do with moving homes or locations. So I really feel like some of you are applying to rent or own a home, or if you already applied, you're hearing back in the next 2 weeks. And Strength. See, you're gonna feel you're gonna feel really fiery in these next 2 weeks. Your energy, I feel like, is going to be through the roof. And this is like a possibility to kind of snap at people, right? Because Strength is about taming the wild inside of us. So you're going to be feeling that, like, that Leo energy. you're really, really going to be driven to be a leader during the next 2 weeks as well. It's going to be really difficult for you to not take on tasks with this energy. And not only not to take on tasks, but to be the leader of something. Like, you're going to have a really hard time saying no, because you're going to feel really empowered during these next 2 weeks. You're going to have a lot of energy. You're just going to feel very strong. Stronger than you probably have in a while, honestly. And your biggest challenge is going to be to harness that energy, or to use it in a, I think your biggest challenge too here is going to be to use all this energy with the Chariot and Strength, and to use it in a practical manner. To put it to application in a practical manner is going to be challenging for you. And I feel like it's just because there's going to be so much of it, you're going to want to go in so many different directions. That's why it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to focus that energy, but it's really, really important that you do, because like I was talking about, the manifesting energy, right? The universe likes a very focused, very specific manifestation. I'm going to flip this upright because I'm not reading reversals in this reading, but I always kind of read reversals because I'm reading the whole meaning of the cards and how they relate to one another, right? But I'm flipping it upright. So interesting, 2, 3 of Wands. So another consecutive, right? We have the 7 and 8 here. Here we have the 2 and the 3. Now these are both Aries cards, okay? Where to bring more fiery energy and assertiveness? Well, here's Aries popping up to be like, hey, look at this Aries energy. If you haven't studied Aries placements at all, or what Aries means, I would suggest doing so just to get kind of an overview. Or again, if you would like that information, we can work out how I can provide that to you if you send me an email or leave a comment. But 5 of Cups, 2 of Wands, 3 of Wands, where to bring more fiery and assertive energy. There's some sort of sadness from the past that's going to be affecting you these next 2 weeks, and it has to do with travel. There's a sadness about, I don't feel like it's happening now, but there's some sort of sadness about not being able to travel to a certain destination that you want to go to. Now, this could be a physical destination, or this could be metaphorical, right? It could be a spiritual destination, an emotional destination, especially with the 5 of Cups. You feel like you're not where you should be emotionally, but you are with this here. Where to let go and relax is your emotions. So I feel like you're kind of spinning your wheels here, Libra, about something that you don't need to be spinning your wheels about. So where to bring more fiery energy, and that Aries energy is in your planning and in your routine. It almost feels here, you know what this is, Libras? You feel like you failed in the past when it comes to making plans and sticking with them. But just because you failed at that in the past doesn't mean that you cannot succeed in it in the present moment or in the future. You're having that's your biggest challenge here, is focus. Yeah, that's it. So don't let yourself, don't get down on yourself for past failures, and just charge ahead, right? Your biggest challenge is going to do it slowly and focused, but you can do this. And the energy here the next 2 weeks is so ripe for manifestation for you, for something brand new, that if you can maintain your focus and not let yourself be sad about your past failures, I feel like these next 2 weeks you will see the successes of your manifestations later on down the line. Yeah, the 7 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, it really opens up your options here. Okay. Let's see where to let go and relax. The 10 of Cups, I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory, honestly. Well, okay. I'll pick that up. That's the Temperance card that came out. Yeah, you're already balanced. here, Libras, is what this is telling me. Not only are you balanced, yeah, Ace of Cups at the bottom, your emotions are completely balanced, everything's good. Here's the Temperance card. You're also protected, right? And I love this Temperance card here because he's got the sun and the moon, and there's this image here that's almost, it's like he's bringing the two together, right? It's bringing two opposite things together. But the Temperance card is an optimistic energy. It's a very magical energy to me. Again, you're very powerful these next 2 weeks. Ace of Cups, your emotions are great. You're ready to feel new emotions, right? The Fool and the Nine of Cups, manifesting something brand new. Maybe an emotion you've never felt before. You know, if something that you've been trying for, a way to manifest getting it is to imagine that you already have it and let your body feel the emotions of what that feels like. I would say that would be a great way to manifest for you during this moon phase, actually, is to envision that you already have what you're wishing for. You already have this brand new thing, and how does that make you feel? And let those emotions just course through you, because they're going to feel brand new. Here with the Ace of Cups. You might even feel your heart space kind of open up. You know, we've got Strength card here. She's wearing a heart necklace. Green might be a color to look out for the next 2 weeks. Concentrating on your heart chakra specifically with the color green. That's green is related to the heart chakra. Okay, how to best achieve your goal of essentially manifesting something. It's like to dream the impossible dream, you know. You're becoming your own Don Quixote. 10 of Swords with the Hanged Man. How to best achieve this goal. Yeah, you know, I feel like saying let it be here. Let whatever is naturally coming to an end, let it end. Just let it end, because you already have this. This energy is so important, and this is where you can let go and relax, right? You've already got it. You're protected. You're safe. Your domestic life, whatever that might mean to you, is probably very happy and joyful and secure right now. So gain enlightenment from whatever has ended or whatever has not come to fruition. Whatever, it's almost like whatever cannot be. Just accept it. Gain whatever enlightenment you can from it. And then just let it go. Because you're good, Libra. You're good. I said your biggest challenge here is going to be to focus your energy. But if you do, oh look, Aries energy at the bottom of the deck to end the reading. How perfect. If you just calm down and are able to focus and harness this energy, I feel like you won't even believe what you're able to accomplish and what you're able to manifest for yourself. It's a really lovely reading. I almost said Aries. Libras, thanks so much for being here with me, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Good night.